Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, and I got the replay of the week here with K2 in an all Tier 10 battle, loaded into Redshire, spawned into the south in a standard battle, and he's headed for the sniper position. You can see that he is driving his FB 4005 Tier 10 British TD with a turret, affectionately known as the shit barn. But we're not going to say that. We're going to say the shoot barn or the ship barn, one of those two. Why? Because it's as big as a barn. You've heard the saying, can't hit the broadside of a barn. Well, what if the broadside of the barn hits you? That's what happens when this thing hits you. You're hit by the broadside of a barn. So here he comes up in his barn. He's got another 4005 with him, and he's going to go to this center spot, which is not my favorite spot in the world. However, it can be highly effective if the conditions are set for it to be effective. What are those conditions? Oh, there's Warchild. Warchild in his bat chat. Didn't notice that the first time I looked at it. He's often on the forums. What are the conditions that need to be set? The conditions that need to be set are that the east side needs to be held, or better yet, they get up there and stuff them on the ramp coming up to it. I'll show you what that means in just a minute. Otherwise, there'll be no shots over there. If they're able to get up behind the ridge, which is approximately right here, then he's not going to get any shots. But if they hang out where they're going to end up hanging out, he'll have lots of shots. The other condition is they don't get spotted by somebody coming up the middle and popping over the ridge right in front of them, which will be an issue in a little while. And they don't get flanked. Somebody is at least watching the castle over on the west side. Those conditions are met. They send enough guys over to the east side and they start to stuff them. And holy cow, T110E4, look out, buddy. There's the first 1,080 damage from K2's big day in the ship barn. So the broadside of the barn has just hit the 110E4, and he is, for some unknown reason, not bright enough to get out of that spot. You have to know that there's a bunch of big TDs and whatnot sitting up there hammering you. And he got 10,080 reminders. Hey guys, want to see a mouse disappear? It's my new magic trick. That is a bummer. I mean, it does not get any more miserable as a mouse than a 3-shot destruction. I think it was 3. Could have been a couple others hitting him in the front there, but it looked like 3, and he's down for the count. The Type 5, for some reason, does not notice the giant dead mouse in front of him and eats 1,221. That will be a total of 3,537 damage in 3 shots. Now, he is using the 183 millimeter, this great big massive cannon, and he's firing AP. Now it has HESH, but he's firing the AP, which really is kind of more reliable. It's only got 310 pen, which is good. Not amazing, but pretty darn good. But he's getting a lot of side shots, and like I said, the conditions for this spot are there. He's kind of worried a little bit. The Object 140 is now potentially coming up there and giving him trouble. He looks at the Type 5. The problem here, man, is the one mistake I think you made here. You were kind of messing around with these dudes. I would have kept looking at this guy because he is actually about to show you side, and there you go. You definitely had a shot and could have taken those 700 hit points. Now you're going to look over at it. He's moving up. And you finally figured out he actually gets hit and killed, and that was probably an opportunity lost. But you are watching the mini-map, and that 140 is a problem. They come up and over there and get you spotted. There's multiple directions you can be shot from right there, starting from their sniper position all the way back to kind of where the 248 version 4 is, if they're up on those ridges right there as well, or the backside of their front ridge at about, say, C7 or so. So we start to move around. We got 3,500. We knock down trees because we're a barn, and we're going to come up over here and start working on the guys that have been stuffed by a whole 2 tanks. And they are taking some hits, so he comes up here. He knows this opening to the castle is here. It's an interesting tank if you read about it. It was a mock-up. They were kind of working on it. The problem they were trying to solve was the amount of heavy armor that the Soviets had in the Cold War. So they decided, well, let's just put a really massive cannon on a relatively mobile chassis and we'll kill them from far away. That way we only need 14 millimeters of armor on the turret, which of course is a bit ridiculous. And the turret is not heavily armored in the game either, so you're not going to bounce anything with that massive turret. Plus it's about 15,000 feet tall. I mean, look at this thing. It is a barn. It is a shoot barn. He puts another grand downrange, 1,116 into the E50 and hurts him. The Kron gets a hit, and pretty soon he's going to have a little visit from the artillery. But before that, the Bat Chat believes full hit points. He's going to YOLO in here and take him down. But there's a lot of guns still in the game. And we're at 5,744 with no kills. He has been facilitating kills, though. Nearly everybody he's punched so far has gone down because, hey, they lost half to a third of their hit points in one shot. Or more, I suppose. This is unfortunate that he doesn't quite get reloaded in time. The Kron's got him spotted. And he has kind of hung out in the same spot for a while. This is going to be punished in a moment. Another interesting historical thing about the Shootbarn here is it was quite, what's the word I'm looking for? What did they call it? It was balanced. It had balancing issues. Now, there's the hit. So it could tip over and have issues. So they actually limited the traverse of the turret to about 90 degrees. Well, folks, that's why I carry a fire extinguisher on all my tanks. It looks like he has forgone the fire extinguisher for the tea and pudding or crumpets or whatever it is. And, of course, his crew's pretty happy. They're having some snacks and really having a nice little day here with 5,744 damage until they got lit on fire. So he burns down to 28 hit points. I mean, he got hammered. Now, he's been dishing it out, but he got hammered for 597 on the hit, 518 coming in from the fire, and then puts another 1,100 on the Kron. The good news for him is really the only guy that can kill him at this point, unless he walks out in front of a shot, is dead. The GC has been killed. Hallelujah. Now we've got an FV, and we're at 6,853 from the Shootbarn. Absolutely wrecking face. Is he going to make it? He's working on TD-15. TD-15 for the Object 260, needing 8,000 damage. And survival, if he wants to get it with honors, drops 1236, and there it is, folks. Over 8,000. It's over 9,000. Over 8,000 with 1,000 assists. No kills, though. Really just facilitating kills, though. Everyone he touches is going to be easily killable. A 1 or 2 shot from there, depending on which tank it is at tier 10. And it is just cleanup on aisle 2. Let's see if K2 can get one more shot in here. And this is pretty fantastic. It's not a highly accurate gun. Look how big the dispersion is. It will zoom in okay, but when you rotate the turret or move the tank, holy cow, does it get big, so to speak. So he's going to just sniper the top of this, and down goes the Object 268 version 4 for a grand total of 8,981, 1,000 assisted. And folks, this is only a class 1, not even a mastery. Now, he shared every shot minus the T25 Bat Chat. He was sharing experience for all of that based on shooting what other people were spotting. Maybe the Kron he saw, I don't know, there's probably a couple others in there that he was actually close enough, and the E50 and whatnot. But a lot of the shots were on guys who could not even see him. But holy cow, man, nice job. That is the replay of the week at 8,981. I mean, what, you can't make 9,000? Come on, man. Actually, you would have had you actually stuck with that Type 5 shot a little bit longer, and RNG had helped you a little bit on the one shot towards the Kron, probably getting closer to 9,000. But man, that was a really good game with the Shootbarn. Some kind of big, ridiculous 183 millimeter naval gun or something like that. A failed project for the Cold War, but a pretty cool tank to throw into World of Tanks and enjoy. Again, thanks for the replay. Everybody, thanks for supporting the channel. We're starting to roll, and we will see